Julio G, 93.5 KDAY. Of course, I am just honored tonight to have Mrs. Wallace, B.I.G, my favorite rapper of all time. Of course, his mom is on the phone with us. How are you, Miss Wallace?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Hi, Julio.
Thank you for being on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Anytime.
I want to start off by telling you that I mean it when I say Notorious B.I.G, one of my favorite of all time MCs. And I was lucky enough to have met him a few times. We did a couple of great interviews, and he was such a nice person, very much of a gentleman. So
thank you.
So definitely a wonderful guy. We're on the phone now because we're talking about a book that you have coming out. Why don't you explain to the audience what's going on with the book and everything?
Well, the book is out today, and it's entitled B.I.G, Volletta Wallace Remembers Her Son, and it's by Atria/Simon & Schuster. And it's my story. So many people wrote books. So many people put out documentaries, and some of them even planning on making movies. You know, but this is a mother's story. It's a mother's life, my life, and a single parent, a woman who battles cancer twice. She's a cancer survivor. It tells of my strength, my weaknesses, and my determination. My determination to live, my determination to fight, my determination to find out who murdered my son.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that, Miss Wallace. You know, being from L.A., it feels kind of like we all kind of took the blame, in a sense, on the West Coast for the murder of your son. But I want to tell you that, you know, out here on the West Coast, B.I.G just had nothing but love, and to this day just got nothing but love. It's sad that it's a West Coast thing, but there was an incident that happened between some people that haven't been found out yet, but I know one day will be found out. And we are
going to find out. And you know something, Julio? It's not a West Coast thing. It's not an East Coast thing. Whoever murdered my son, you know, it might be a thing, and that's how I'm going to label that person. You know, but it's one cruel individual, one selfish individual who sought to murder my son. You know, a lot of us need to be educated that not every bad thing that happens by way of rap rivalry. You know, it's not. Some of the biggest executives, the biggest entrepreneurs, you know, they have other labels for themselves. They're the ones who's committing these nasty crimes and blame others. You know, there's a big cover-up. You know, my beef, if you want to call it beef, is between the LAPD, who knows the truth, who sees the truth right into their face, but they refuse to take action. They refuse to make an arrest. Why? Because it's going to expose one of their own. It's going to expose their nasty secret. You know, that's what it's all about.
That must be a lot to take on. I mean, you know, I know we look at him as a big rapper, you know, star, but I mean, you know, and I'm going to tell you something. When I see you on TV, you remind me of my mom. You know, just very, very simple. You know, my mom doesn't really know what I do on the radio like that because she doesn't speak English, so she just knows that her son, she knows her son's in the business, but she doesn't understand the full thing of it. But you have to be a very strong person to go through this, not only lose your son, but also deal with all these things that are going on with the LAPD and trying to find out, you know, what happened.
You know, my faith is what kept me strong. You know, a lot of people, oh, Miss Wallace, you're so strong. But it's my faith, and I have some very, very good friends that are beside me. When I fall, they'll bring me up. When I'm weak, they'll strengthen me. You know, that is it. If I did not have that, I don't know if I could have, you know, survived. You know, because it's a hard thing. Yeah,
I know it must be, definitely. You know, I know how I have a daughter, so I understand, like, as a parent, just it has nothing to do with being a star, just about being a parent, you know.
And the sad thing about it, the truth is hitting you right in the face. You see the truth, but you just refuse to buckle.
Yeah. Well, I commend you for all the things that you've done and the things that you do to keep your son's legacy alive is what I really love to see. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much.
And that's really good. And so the book is out today.
The book is out today, and it's entitled B.I.G, and it's by Atria Book. It's Volletta Wallace Remembers Her Son.
Okay.
You can get it at Barnes & Noble. Through Amazon.com and other local bookstores.
Well, thank you, Miss Wallace, for being with us today. I really do appreciate the call, and I would love to meet you in person one day.
I hope so. I'll be in L.A. soon. I'm going to do this book out there, too.
I want you to come by my show. I want you to talk about it again.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Wallace. We appreciate you being with us tonight.
You're
Thank you.
Very, very well. welcome.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.